All right, go on.
Yeah.
Go on, excellent. 10-second excellent.
No,
Go on.
Punkus, go Punkus, more hear you.
All right. Yeah, Punkus.
All right. First of all, brethren, we see there's a difference between information and evidence, right? And O'Keefe, who claims him as a teacher, don't know the difference because him say him bring evidence. Evidence is something where you produce tangible and show it. You produce information, just like how me and everybody else on the platform produce information. Two different things. You understand me? And your information can be incorrect, it can be correct. Now, Alvi was 100% correct in saying, and you see, the lady spoke very clearly, very eloquently. You understand me? And what I want to hear, I want to hear around is something different. Alvi said, when the government, right, is going to increase the minimum wage, they have talks with the private sector, which is true. The government don't, any government at all, PNP or JLP, they don't increase minimum wage, so, and the private sector does, and they're surprised by it. No, they speak to the Manufacturers Association of Jamaica. They speak to the private sector association of Jamaica. They speak to many sectors of people. You understand me? When they're making these decisions, they not just willingly make it so. Just like when they might introduce needs. You understand me? Just like when they might introduce many other things, them speak to people about these things. Right? And then them come to a consensus and say, why? This is the range we're looking at. And people say, no man, this is too much of blah 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 black sheep. You understand me? That's number one. Number two, when I talk about the school system, Christopher McCarty, aka Chapsmead or Chapper John, is the chairman for, I think, St. James High School or Moby High School. I don't remember what school name down there. You understand me? He showed receipts that this school get up to $500 million for the year. So when O'Keefe talk about, how the school are going to get funded and the drama program and the dance program and the football program and this, you hear that? And St. James High School, I think, or Moby High School, and that's one of the prominent high schools in Jamaica. And them budget where them get from government $500 million for the year. What are you saying to me? Me have a whole heap of other friends who sit on boards. So when that talk about like the school is underfunded, show me one administration of a school will come out and say them now get the school money. Right? Because that's that. Don't come talk about healthcare system in Europe. Europe me live. Right? It is not public funded, brother. We have to pay a fee. So, and then is it taxes we pay in Europe or taxes higher? That means we pay more taxes than what Jamaicans people are paying. So that means that the healthcare system and the road and education system is more funded because we pay more taxes, brother. A simple mathematics, don't come with half such story. Who do not live here so you can't tell me what go on here so. Last thing I say, caution, know what your tax say. Caution, if you sideline me because I live overseas and you live in Jamaica, you richer than many other people live overseas, so that means for them argument no counting at this. My mother live in Jamaica. My mother use the healthcare system. My son go to school at Jamaica, brother. So I know what's happening there, sir. I have friends who are principals, teachers, chairmen of these things, sir. Right? The minimum wage, right, is something that we should not argue about. We should encourage people. On the PMP, when we sort of encourage people, use the benefits that the government is offering. Use the benefit that the government is offering. No, sir, healthcare system in the UK is not free. Them pay through the taxes where them pay, brother. Stop talking them foolishness there. It's not free. Them just don't pay when you got to ask them. Just like here, I don't. You understand me? We have to understand what we are telling the people them. I think the PMP bloggers them are do the disservice on the followers. When I do a disservice to when I do a disservice on the followers, or if encouraging the followers them so that there are many benefits that this Jamaica Labour Party and government has offered, right? Don't make them look like nothing.
No benefit. Devan. Continue, Punkos. Just you wrap up now, Punkos.
I look upon bloggers them and followers them and say, listen, go and try to get as much benefit that the government is currently offering for better on life. And the stupidness say, poor man in Jamaica can't offer. Poor people in no country can't offer house. Poor people in no country can't. Because poor people in the US, minimum wage worker in the US can't buy house.
You're not going up. Wait. Before you come, excellent. Before you come.
Richard, I have an engagement now. Can I just...
I continue.
You them. You see, Punkus come here and think, say, if I go say we can't talk about nothing, Punkus know nothing about me and talk about healthcare in Europe is not free. What do you define as free service? Free, sir, the road where you drive on Jamaica, You drive on it, you don't pay to drive on it, but the people, taxpayer money pay to make it. In England, in Scandinavia, where they want to build Luxembourg, Sweden, Switzerland, it is when you turn up to the hospital, you get all the services, they don't pay $1 because your tax money is used to pay it. That is free. So if you are going to say to me that your tax money pay for it before, everything in Jamaica that the government says is free is not free, because if it's part, it's our taxpayer money put on give part money. If it is the indigent housing when get and don't pay $1, a taxpayer money pay for the indigent housing. So you are making a nonsense discussion I just made there a while ago. I hear an engineer talk about NHF prescriptions have increased. Engineer, please always remember that NHF funds come from the taxes that they take from the private sector for certain things that are done in the economy. And therefore, if more people are trying to just barely gleam on this, the things that NHF offer, it speaks volume about people's potential to pay, because there's only a limited amount of medications that are on the vent list, if you know what is a vent list. And the vent list is only generic medications, the engineer. You never get any brand name. So if NHF is putting out more, that means more.
Excellent, what I'm here. Excellent.
You Richards, do I get to rebut him in 10 seconds or no?
No, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Excellence. Excellence, when I hear you.
You want the money have the time in rebut, you know. Let the rebut them next man time, you know. We don't have the time in the rebut, man.
Yeah, we're not doing a rebut. Excellence.
You're not hearing me. Are you hearing me?
No, we don't hear you.
I am saying to the engineer.
The last 1 minute.
Oh my gosh. I am saying to the engineer, when he comes up here and talk about NHF, they give it more prescription. It is true, because people can't really afford to go out and buy medication on their own. Why? NHF offers on their vent list only generic medication, the simplest of medications you can find. And therefore, if the brand name costs $50, the generic medication might cost $5. So that is the reason why people cannot afford to buy the medications that they want. But it's okay. The government through the initiative of PJ to have NHF is providing for it. And more people are trying to access the public system, even though it is not up to par, because guess what? People cannot afford to apply to private doctors. We have people sitting down waiting on surgeries, which
Excellent. Wait, for the public, generic mean like it's not 100%. It's like about 75%.
Generic is just the basic.
Basic, okay. All right, continue.
All right,
guys, on the show, I don't want that level of misinformation to go out to the public.
Right. Excellence.
Just rank misinformation and just make it go out like that.
The engineer, challenge me and show me the difference. Show me it. Show me the medication.
Understand? Look, it don't make no sense.
Cosmo. This is disrespectful.
With the platform. But if y'all want misinformation to go, let's make it.
Generic is generic.
You control the platform, you.
Right. Generic medication is a medication that the copyright has been the copyright period has passed, so that no manufacturer can manufacture that drugs at a cheaper cost. That's what the generic is. So
it does the same thing, but it's not the brand name.
It is not the brand name.
What did I say a while ago?
But it's not the brand name.
What did I say a while ago?
Tell her that generic medication is basic medication. Don't say that sort of stupidness, man. You sound dunce.
No, the engineer. Dunce is... Cosmo. Let me answer the engineer. I sound dunce to you because you don't have the intellectual fortitude to understand what I'm talking about. So
anybody who says generic medication is basic medication doesn't know anything about medicine. You're dunce, big man.
Yo,
done.
Well,
yo,
if you don't think I am done, that is up to you.
Daniel, get back your platform. Get back your platform. Cause you gone.
If engineer come up here, so come behave that kind of way and check him out for the platform, please, and time. I'm there wait kindly for my time and him talk already, and he still a try to
Excellent. Take a minute to wrap up.
wait for your time, then you say what you want to say, Virgin. Stop bringing the program into dispute, Virgin.
You know,
Excellent, you can read this. Excellent, you can read this.
what you're saying?
You mentioned Scandinavia. You mentioned Scandinavia. You mentioned Scandinavia is free. It is not free.
Daniel, control your platform. Now, don't make the man and take over your
What's
platform.
going on? Wait. Let me ask.
Excellent time.
Everybody
Excellent
stop it.
time.
excellent to finish him time.
Stop.
Punkos, I am going to say this to you.
Punkus, you can turn on your camera, don't unmute your mic, sir. Excellent is on his time. The engineer, please to wait until the time is finished, then you ask to rebut.
You know,
Please.
my mother, you know, Jamaica.
Even if someone is saying something that you don't like or you think it is wrong, wait, we can't bring the platform into disrepute. Ready, go.
Somebody
go.
always say, if you don't walk near dog, flea won't come beside you, And from the moment the engineer came on this platform, I was planning to come off because he's laced with fleas.
That me feel like
Right?
come off,
Can you guys desist from those type of,
Me I come off, man. No, me I come off.
just desist from it, please.
Me I come off.
Go.
I
You
want
can-
Punkos
you're
to
on your
prove
minute,
to me
you're on your minute,
that
excellent.
healthcare. I want Punkos to prove to me that healthcare in Sweden, Switzerland, Luxembourg. If it's not, when you go there, you have
Finland,
to pay.
But
You have to
Finland
pay
is a
to get the
Scandinavian
services
country.
done. And
It's
you have
it
to
right
pay
here.
to get the services done. I am saying to you, sir, go bring up Sweden, Switzerland, Luxembourg, right?
But Finland
Denmark.
are part of Scandinavia.
Can you shut up and listen what I'm saying to you?
Denmark and Norway, those are socialist countries. Them healthcare free.
When I say to you, sir, Scandinavia, Scandinavia, one country, that group of countries. They can pick up one country where they might have to pay a portion of the money to come and try to prove me wrong. Are you stupid? I'm coming off the platform because we now have people like the engineer.
Don't leave it. Excellent. Don't make no man run you off a platform. Don't make no man run you off a platform.
Excellent.
Yeah, man,
Excellent.
that's
What
all
kind
stuff
of
to do,
behavior
no,
that? Remember what you did, excellent. You just call
Not
Punkus
for
name,
discussion, man.
he's gonna
Come here, man.
reply you.
Yeah, I will sit and make phone calls, but I'm not going to make any more contribution.
All right, who's next? Moving forward.
My time now.
Okay, if next car
Yes.
shot. And then
Yes.
me.
I am. Yeah. All right. Ready? Close the mic, Mr. Host.
Daniel, we can get the big box, Daniel. That's a big box more.
Yeah, man, when the time Punkos, you give big bucks, the time come Punkos. Go on.
Show this.
All right. There. You see, let me tell you something. Excellent. None of them can match up to you. Excellent. You're an intelligent human being. You have done your research. As a teacher, I know bright student. As a teacher, you have done your research. And let me tell you something. Not tell me about the generative and the original. Nobody can tell me that the original one better. The original one better. Penny bigger money and buy the real one. And when I buy the real one, it react better to my mother body. So nobody not tell me that. No original and imitation cannot be the same. And that's my thought on it. What I'm saying, let us talk politics fair and leave out the biasness out of politics. You cannot compare these first world countries with Jamaica health. So me know why you about no Norway, me know why you about no Finland, me know why you about no Switzerland, them the country they are first world and they're rich and then government don't drain Jamaica. The engineer, you came on and you started out very well. As a teacher, you're not a dunce person, you're just a contrary person. You're not dunce, but the engineer. You're not a dunce man. You're a contrary person. You're too contrary. You started out well. Jamaica health system need to fix. You started out well. None of we ain't dead. All of we alive when PNP in a power. The health system never run properly. It's a failure. JLP come in, the same thing. None of these government, they don't put out no effort for the people them of the country. You hear what Devon Reed speak from him heart. Devon Reed, he not no damn hypocrisy with no politician. And that's why Jamaica cannot move forward. We need to stop it and plan means of way. How can we build our country? What the backside you have the pan, you have vlog through one big sweet pepper nose man that is destroying the country. That is my point, you know. In the 90s when some scandals of the PNP, me never agree with it. Because I don't love corruption. Because the PNP do some blasted nonsense of the country too. And that's why the country cannot move forward. Stop it, man. You can't be an intelligent man and come in and uphold its slackness. Our health system is a failure. PNP fail it, JLP fail it. What we need to do on this platform? How can we fix our health system? How can we fix our education system? You talk about you know chairman and principal. Look here, I'm an educator. $18,000 per year the government send for one student. What the hell $18,000 can do for 1 year? The school has to do auxiliary. It is better for them to collect school fee on auxiliary. Some auxiliary are $60,000. Right? Because the schools cannot, Jamaica not have, the government not have the money to run. We don't set up a system to run free education. We don't set up a system like that. We don't set up a system to run free health. We don't have it neither. It's a system need to set up. So them 600,000 barrels of oil what thief down a wharf. Them the money could have set up. Damian Crawford came with a very good idea. Set the education system, tax. We're going to take a special tax to fix certain things. Him who on a party distant himself from him. When the man speak truth, it's tax run country. And when the PNP come in, the PNP have to go back to some taxi, build the economy. Driver's license have to increase. I mean, they're too cheap. Passport need to increase. All of these things. I am for Jamaica. I want to stop the blasted JLP and PNP foolishness. Andrew Wallace is destroying the country. I'm not too disingenuous. The engineers, stop it. Let us talk reason what we need to do to get rid of these blasted unscrupulous politician. Mark Golin don't get no chance yet. Make we give Mark a chance to see what the backside him gonna do. I'm land this up.
Okay, hold on for mine. Who's next? Who's next, Richards? Work with me. I was not here. You, Richard.
Caution. After caution, me.
Okay, go caution.
Yeah, Punkus, listen out a bag and friend them, and you know say, but listen what Punkus say, him never tell about no farmer, no vendor, no taxi operator, be a chairman and manager and this and that him say.
Me not chat to poor people, brother.
Hospital, you know. You understand?
Me not chat to poor people, brother.
And thank you very
much.
I love that utterance that you made just a while ago because it proves my point that the Jamaica Labour Party does not care about poor people. That is the point I'm just trying to prove. And
you just start the truth.
Right there, so you understand. So thank you very much for that. So this is the reason why you should not listen to some of the Punkus, because you're listening utterance just a while ago.
Tell you straight and plain.
You understand what I mean? I say? So that means that him not care about poor people and rich people care about, and that is the mindset of the Jamaica Labour Party. So they will not set any foundation or anything for the lower class of Jamaica. They will set for the higher class of Jamaica, because those are the people that they care about. Thank you very much, Son of Punkus. I really appreciate that. So me I move on now. You know, funny enough, you know, me hear the engineer up here so I talk about the NHF, you know, and I am proud to say that that was an initiative of the People's National Party, the most honorable PJ Patterson, and we must commend him and give him a round of applause for implementing something like that for Andrew Owens and the engineer for come up here so now and I come talk about it for such a beautiful and wonderful, immaculate program. You understand? We must give PJ Patterson a round of applause and big him up on implementing the NHF. It's a great look. The next thing we may like to bring forth to the light is the HDI. The Jamaica Labour Party don't like to talk about the HDI. The engineer don't like to talk about the HDI. But let me tell you about the HDI. It's called the Human Development Index. It calculates how best the humans, the people in a country are developed with 3 main areas: education, the hospital, and cost of living. And when the Jamaica Labour Party got it, we were ranked 101. You understand? When they received it from Portia Simpson. Today, we rank 115 among, even in the Caribbean island, we rank the lowest among the Caribbean island. Barbados higher than us, Trinidad higher than us, Guyana higher than us, I think Bahamas, I don't remember the rest of Caribbean island, but most of them are outdo us now. Back in 2000, in them time there, we were above them, but we realize now that these countries are above us. So me, I wonder now, sir, how comes we are saying this man is the best prime minister, but when it comes on to the comparison with other Caribbean islands, because we can't compare with America and other them country there. We can't compare with the Caribbean islands. Why is it that we are trailing behind these Caribbean islands when we used to lead them, especially in the PGA parties at the time?
Caution time up.
For example, now, time up yet, man. I want to now what's the program and I interrupt me get an extra 20 seconds. So, even the education system, Guyana, which used to be below us right now, Guyana is being dominate we wickedly. So, how can we put this prime minister as a prime minister for the country when we are failing miserably among our counterparts that we used to lead in the Caribbean island? This cause for great concern. How much time may I have left?
Wrap up now. Take 30 seconds and wrap up.
You have to go learn how to do the time something, Yes, so me
yeah,
I
man,
say.
you're gone already, man. You're gone already when you put money. So, yeah, may I get 30 seconds and wrap up?
All right. Got you. I see you.
All right, cool. No one has said something. Because the engineer said, you see, JLPNP, it is low market, low development, low marketing, and low approval. The FDA approved genetic drugs. That's why it's cheaper. So much cheaper.
Richard,
yeah.
I want to let those labor rights that are down there in the calling me out of the names. I'm going to ask them to call any pharmacy and ask for the cost for augmenting 625 milligrams or 1 gram milligram and ask for amoxiclav, which is the same medication and same dose, and they will see the vast difference in cost. One will cost about $5,000 for a week's supply. About lower dose.
All right, excellent.
You know your quality.
You're not going to put in the facts in the society to our people.
Let me finish now. You say the engineer then love run go back to the 18 years and what PJ they do. And none of them now said, and now God said, the hospital, and if the hospital, the health sector in Jamaica start deteriorate. 2007 when Bruce Golding said, the reason why I'm free is because most of the people didn't pay it, at least some not pay, him said none of it pay. So when a man can afford it, you used to go hospital, him pay it. Those who can't afford it never pay it. Now when Bruce Golding come in as a free everybody who can't use or can't pay, no pay, because hospital can't charge them again. That must have a burden for the hospital. And me can tell you, say, my son passed exam for George's 2007. And when Bruce Golding sent free education, me can tell you, say, only the PMP parent them in a St. George's High School. And let me say it again. Only the PMP parent at St. George's High School, September 2007. Yes? When Romaria go there, paid. Because we as parents, because we still and talk, when we start notice how people are, we say, listen to me. We want to pick them to get good education, we have to pay it, because school cannot be free. Education, and we paid. I believe at $27,000 I did for the package the first time. Yes? Most people come, me not paid because education free. It was a thing, Miss Campbell have a problem, that are the principal. She have to, in a start, and say, listen, we have to buy tissue, we have to buy this, we have to buy marker for the chalkboard. She have to say, we have to deal with a football program, we have to deal with cricket program. Listen me, them school have a whole heap of program. So when Pungo say $500 million, if I have $500 million, they can't run all that program with them the school they will do. Where the government give $18,000 for each child. So the school are most people get more money. So when the person listen to me, we have to buy toiletries, we have to fix up a canteen. Yes, we have to employ other auxiliary staff. When they're for the ministry, we have to pay them. So my time we have to pay one extra special teacher. So they explain to we, but only the PMP parent them 2007. If you call Ms. Campbell don't ask. Because we're proud to say we are PMP and we are paid with school fee and at the JLP government send of pay. But we as comrades, we're paying it and we're proud by identifying ourselves as PMP parent. I tell to some of them are shame because we start talking and say, we no government say, tell the government to run the school because them not pay it. And that's a fact, evident fact. And today, auxiliary fee far more expensive than what we used to pay for school fee. Because the teacher them tell us, all right, government set up in a school fee. So here, we not going to pay PTA dues, we not going to pay that dues. When they look at the paper, you see P. Man. Just love it, man. Because I mean, you come for this stop it. We not like your child. So I love refer back to education and healthcare in Jamaica start deteriorate. In the since 2000 when Bruce Collins went out, and every day on the talk about NHF and drugs at the elder pro put in the 2000 and a PMP. And I eat this government to benefit of it.
You have to learn now. You're way past your 3 minutes.
Wait, man. You're
way past your 3 minutes. You're way past your 3 minutes.
Look, what time again,
all right. 10 seconds, you Richard, and they'll move on. You know they're going to what?
Yeah, man, I'm going to say this. TEF.
Yes. You are rebut him, you know.
Wait, man. Yeah, man. We know TEF, Chase Fund, Intech Fund, all of the free Wi-Fi with government and most procurement. And the PMP put them sitting in place, make it run. Everything we are running government today. Everything when the government today, we're going to benefit of, we're put in place by the People's National Party. Not one. The government of Jamaica put in one thing we are benefit country today. Not one institution we are benefit the country today. Nothing. This 9 years the JLP put in.
You're now gone past your 10 seconds. You're way past your 3. You're way past your 10 seconds.
The engineer,
I stuck to my 3 minutes. I stuck to my 3 minutes.
The engineer.
Don't come over here with the trouble, the engineer, man. Come on, man.
Stop that, my brother. Come on, the engineer, man. I expect better from most of you, man. I've been here with you for days.
My turn now.
Better from most of you.
Danny, make it 10 seconds, no?
10 seconds. All right, I'm giving
10 seconds.
Wait, no, man. Pungo start off for me.
He's rebutting it. Go.
No. Punkus, let me deal with that, Punkus. Let me deal with it.
Yo, hold on. Now my turn for talk. There's no rebuttal. Now my turn for talk.
Don't worry about it.
We'll get in the program.
But so I say one something. Maybe I take 10 seconds. One something. So a school I get $500 million a year. And they said that I no money for run a school, but a MP I get $20 million for the year. That don't make no sense.
I don't believe school get
No,
$500
hello,
million.
hello. My turn,
Who
my
getting $500 million? Which
Hold
one
on,
getting
Meta.
$500 million?
Hey, everybody, say, on the
I
mute on the
wanna
mic. On the mute on the mic.
come
Yo,
from.
O'Keefe, mute on the mic. On my time to talk. On the my time. First of all, the information where Punkos are give out, him a talk call name, the person name where I talk about is Chopper Media, a paid Jamaican Labour Party blogger. I give him information. So the listeners will take that. He's getting information from Chopper Media, a paid Jamaica Labour Party blogger, right? All right, me done this, so. The engineer, on a jump and on a talk about how unemployment rate is at an all-time low and poverty is at an all-time low, but you are coming on a platform and telling you that a social program, right, that used to fill 1 million prescription is now filling 3 million prescriptions. So that means that the social program is now something that increase 200% increase on the social program with the poverty rate down. Right? It's just on the talk about numbers and this and that. I'll tell you something. Numbers don't lie, but numbers can be manipulated. Right? And on a clearly a show on yourself, say on a try manipulate things, right? So if you have a social program that was filling 1 million prescription and now it's filling 3 million prescription, it's clear sign that that's something wrong in the country because the social program that he's talking about, the drugs that it give you is generic. It's not the real drugs. It's a generic drugs are drugs that are that the copyright time period has been passed, so now manufacturers are making it and they make it at a cheaper price. So the quality of it is not the same as the original drugs, right? The quality of it is not the same as the original drugs.
That's not true. Me just show you why that's not true. You tell a lie.
Brother, I might
just show you why
brother, I might turn a talk, brother.
Punkos, easy, man. Make him go.
Right? The quality of it is not the same. The quality of it is not the same, right? I'm not something. The quality of a generic drugs is not the same as the. Brother, stop your nice, no brother. Shut your mouth, no man. Stop your nice, man, and you talk, brother.
Let's keep up the picture, but don't say anything.
Right? So something. The next thing where the engineer attack. The engineer make a statement and talk about come next year. 650 new bed or something. But him can't tell you, him can't tell you how much new bed going because none no go in. After 9 years, you got to tell people, say, give her 2 more years before we put in some new bed in our hospital. Right? That is nonsense. Right? You've been in power for 9 years and 6 months and you not put no new bed in our hospital. And you tell people, say, give you one another term and you go put new bed in our hospital. It clearly shows that where your priority is. And your priority is not about the benefit of the people of Jamaica. And that is where this government is. Them no business about where them not care about what it benefit we. Them not care about that. Right? So when them are going to come talk and tell you one bag of foolishness, right? The engineers are liar. The engineer come up here yesterday and tell you, Richard, say about Darrell Vaz make presentation about the rural school bus system in a sector debate, which is a lie. He never made no presentation about the school bus system. It's something there. All he did was talk about the initiative. He never make a presentation. He never tell you how much it going to cost. He never tell if bring the bus them here. He never tell you how much it going to cost to run it. The engineer if you stop tell lie. Right? I've listened to the program twice yesterday and nowhere in it the man make a presentation. Underneath stop come up here and I deceive people and I tell lie. Right? And that's all I'm gonna come up here and do. Come up here and tell lie and deceive and try to deceive people. Look, people, underneath for wake up and be wise. This government not care about you. Here Punko say him not deal with poor people. Right? The whole of them I try to get rich off of people. Right? The same person where he might talk about Chopper Media, where he might talk about answers, right? That man ask him if he tell which part where he come from, if we get fame wealth from. Right? Where am I gonna come tell you about him not talk to poor people? Which part of Chopper Media was a rich people? Yo, brother, hey, Jamaica need to wake up and see where them is enough for one release, There's an evil set of people, brother. evil and, right, and wicked to the country. Right, and that's the reason why our health sector, all our system is being broken down, because they have a bunch of rapists around Jamaica, and them just bring down the country. Right, because all them in there is for scrape and try for build up themselves and them family and their friends, and don't care about the people.
All right, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Right, so Jamaican people only need to know what they want and choose what is better for themselves, because them people that choose the better for themselves. So they need to know what they want and choose the better for themselves, because them people don't care about us.
All right, me just want to say it's not 5 seconds. When the engineer come,
what we do, we say we're not doing that.
And a year time, man, and a year time yet. Me just
Daniel, what are we doing? People going over the time.
You attack after everybody. Bring in the program in a disapprove. Listen, wait a man, there is no favoritism over here.
No, but maybe 10 seconds.
Wait, Richard. I'm just saying this. Coming on one about the thing say favoritism over here, because I'm watching the comment. All right, 10 seconds to rebut.
Yeah, man. No, I'm not rebut. I put a statement. I hope when the engineer come in, tell us what the government put in place in the last 9 years to enhance the economic growth, the tax collection, when them collect tax, what them put in place to enhance that. If that wasn't put in 2015 under the People's National Party, that morning tell we. No skip on a corner. I tell with that, please and thanks.
Right, Daniel, you are on the platform with that, Daniel.
Who's next? Is it Devon, the engineer, or Jada?
The engineer time.
Devon.
The engineer.
All right, the engineer, go, and then Devon.
Devon talk after me.
Cool. Where
Devon supposed to talk?
I'm going to set it back in order. It's just because I left, I never know who's next.
Yeah, but Devon supposed to talk. The engineer talked earlier.
Devon spoke after me.
Devon then Jordan.
Devon spoke after I the last time.
Devon supposed to talk.
Okay. Devon.
Who's Daniel? Devon spoke after I spoke the last time.
The engineer. Not the engineer.
Can I get a reset to 3 minutes? Thanks. I'm going to read from Microsoft Bling. I don't know why when I go on these platforms and I talk to these comrades, these guys literally sound like they never did high school, they never went to any tertiary education, they never went to primary school, because even the most basic things they don't know. Go on Microsoft Bing, type in generic medication. This is what it says. I'm reading. Generic medications are drugs that have the same active ingredients as their brand name counterparts and provide the same therapeutic effects. They are created to be equivalent in dosage form, safety, strength, and intended use. Generic drugs are typically 80 to 85% less expensive than brand name drugs, making them a cost-effective option for patients. They must meet the same FDA standard for quality and effectiveness as a brand name drug. Everybody knows when a company invests millions in research and development and come out with a new drug, they get a patent and they ramp the costs to recover all the investment that they have made. Once the patent ends, everybody else, every other manufacturer can take that technology and make the drug cheaper, even though it does the exact same thing. You're an idiot, Excellence, to come up here and tell us that brand name drug different, more effective than generic. It's just garbage you talk. This absolute garbage. But you claim you're an educated man. I just have to shake my head whenever you talk, big man. Zin, those are the facts regarding thing there. Regarding the NFS, the NHF, these are the facts. Again, in 2015, they treated 2 forms of cancer. Today, they treat 5 forms of cancer. In 2016, they covered 16 conditions. Today, they cover 24 conditions. 2015, 1 million medication. Today, 3 million medication. In 2016, they were investing around $3.7 billion Today, they're at 9.8. That's almost $10 billion that the NHF is getting. You get up and come tell us about now, oh, it's because the PNP did come up with this idea. So why weren't they using the NHF to cover all these conditions, covering more cancers, giving out more prescriptions, and investing more in people in Jamaica? The difference is this. The JLP came up with something called free healthcare. And the moment they came out, PAHO did a report and showed a significant jump in the number of people who are able to access healthcare. Because before that, when you all had your little user your little user fee thing in place and your little thing where you all allow some people to use the facilities, some people who had conditions, especially children and the elderly, stayed home with those conditions. And once there was free health care, more people started to access the system. Those are the facts. The fact as well is that the budget for healthcare has moved from around 80 billion to around $140 billion. So don't question that people are better paid. Don't question that there's more facilities which have been enhanced. Don't question that there are more people who are able to access health care, and do not question these things. Go and talk about something else, man. Go and talk about the Marble Leagues. Which team on the thing going to win the World Marbles Championship? Because you know, not enough to talk about health care. Milan right there, so.
All right. You can also can give 1 minute. Also can give.
Make your point.
Okay, you know, give man.
No man, you get already, man. Let me ask him something.
No,
man. Let me ask him something.
Okay, that's cool. No, okay, man. Can you okay, just calm down. Okay, you not answer my question. Jesus, okay,
Can make other people
give
ask
1 minute. Wait a man. Give 1 minute.
The man talk and rubbish, man.
But the man talk 3 minutes. The man talk 3 minutes and the man did not answer your question.
Exactly, I want to answer my question. I want to answer me. I give my next minute to answer a question.
No, but the man asked 3 minutes and him not answer the question. What a big something there.
Okay, all right. Silence is cancelled. All right, thanks, Footer. Thanks, cool.
Because you notice him talk 3 minutes and him don't rebut what I'm saying now. We say them not put not one bed in our hospital, you know. Say just low it.
Yeah, low it. That's what yeah, only low it. Okay.
Make your permission to ask my question.
Host, you know some follow your 3 minute rule. If you want to give me more time to respond, you want to give me more time to respond to these guys, I can. But yes, I follow your
Mr. Engineer, you know you.
Mr. Host, can I ask him a question?
Sure.
Host, it's up to you.
The engineer, I'm asking a question. Let's listen. Let's listen. Yes, you're talking about the children
you're the same one who said generic is less effective than
asking you a question. That is what me going to address that in my 3 minutes. I am asking you a question. Please answer me. You said a rubbish out of your mouth a while ago. You understand? You said children are to stay home and the elderly are to stay home because of the cashiering in the health system. That's what you said, don't? Because they don't have the money. That's what you said, don't? Before the free health. That's what you said, don't? The engineer answer me now.
More kids and more elderly were staying home. And we're not accessing the healthcare system.
Stop right here. Me get it. Stop right here.
Hey.
Stop right there.
No, you cannot do that. I'm answering. No. Others don't get it.
Anyway,
move on. So there were less children. There were less children.
No, you have the brother beside you.
There were less children and less elderly people at
the facility. Richard, wait. Let him finish. He's stating back something of our okay.
No, him don't answer me. He doesn't answer me. He doesn't answer me.
There were less children.
Okay, that's why I don't ask the engineer question.
I told him to stop. I told him to stop. Me get what he's saying.
Answer the question.
Daniel,
why you can't answer the question?
You answer the question.
You're not answering the question.
No, Daniel, why you can't answer?
You're not answering the question.
You answer the
question.
Moving forward.
Listen, man, these people,
moving forward.
all they do is talk for long and don't know facts.
Go, engineer. 5 seconds.
Thank you. There were less children and less elderly people accessing healthcare to our hospitals and clinic before the free healthcare system, and there's a report to support that.
All right, so
Thank you.
beg a minute, Mr. Oath.
No, okay,
Mr. Oath, 1 minute. Hold on,
Wait, no.
I'm going to lick the done said, man. I'm a done said. Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
Okay,
No,
no,
we are correct. No,
okay, we are 3 minutes. Okay,
No, you Richard, will you allow me to talk?
We are you, Richard.
Yes.
We are you, Richard. We are Richard. Richard, stop that, no, man. Stop
Yeah,
that, no,
Daniel,
Richard.
could you give me beg you 30 seconds, Daniel?
Five.
Thank you.
Only 5 you can get.
Hello, you are talking nonsense. Sister P, 2006 budget, bringing free health for children and the elderly. Shut your mouth if you don't know what you're talking
All right,
about.
thank you.
Shut your mouth.
Save the report, big man.
Go ahead.
Fight a report, don't fight me. Fight the report.
All right, Mr. Reed is on. All of you, this is
Argue with the
from
report,
Reed.
don't argue with me.
Okay, Reed, go ahead, Reed. Go ahead, Reed.
Yes, like me realize the system now go away. What I'm even saying about you have to talk, when you go to the hospital, most of the people them telling you, they as me said before, repeat it, no medication, instead of hours, and go there 5 o'clock this evening and they have been left tomorrow. But 8 o'clock. So it is no good, none at all, whatsoever. Now come on to the politics now. What I realize with all of the politicians because they run to government. When you look, they say in the 5 year and you have to understand most of the people they mean they are ghetto people them. Right now, let me see. When you look down, they have to spend 5 years to collect all the wealth. All of the politicians they mean there. So if a part of them in there, all of them have to collect and select their bank account first. Now the next 5 years, then they batter to fix the hospital, to fix the road, to do other things. The money can't get, but the money already wrap up already. And people now see the drift. So that is the reason the money they short. Because 5 years, all of them have to fat in their pocket first. Simple. You understand no lifestyle. So that is the cause of all of it. So when you look, between the next 5 years now, nothing can be done. That's what I say. So all they try to praise the politician and politician. I mean say it already. When PNP and JLP they have to do the same. But at least you can see with some they try to do better. It's simple, you know. So me not bias against me, the way them do wrongs. But this government now, he is a wicked and need to go. Quite simple, that's what I have to say. So listening to this all repeating. Just cut it short. This man need to go and the argument done. He's a criminal of 28 account and continue with canny people them and tough stand. Wicked thief in cuffs. I don't know pretty up things. It's simple. Me tired of them. Them need to go. Don't talk. All right.
Well said, Evan. Well said.
Jordan time now. Jordan. Unmute Jordan.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Why, you know, says when some people come on platform and the platform, them always all get some loud and you know, because some people come with them energy there. Anyways, moving on. There is no school across the length and breadth of Jamaica that is getting $500 million from the government per year for operation. None whatsoever. As O'Keefe said, all schools, when the high school, they get 18,000 per student. The primary get 11,000 per student. And when it goes to the basic school, depends on if the school is under government or not. The money is lower. No school across the country and breadth I get 500 million. Not even the traditional high school who are more funded, who have more resources than the non-traditional. St. James High School is not a traditional high school. It is considered a non-traditional high school. That's a one. For the drug situation, NHF utilize both brand and generic brand. If they don't have the brand, they'll give you the generic, right? The generic, it is similar, the same thing as the brand. Similarly, right? But you know, brand is like you buy. It's like you have you know describe. It's like you get a Reebok from England, but China make a similar Reebok. So England would have be the brand, and you know the brand is going to go for more than the copy, right? Because the generic is basically a copy of the brand. That's the generic. I don't know why we're having these arguments about generic and brand, because they utilize both, right? The NHF was instituted by the PNP. It was a plan identified by the PNP. And when I hear somebody come and say Finland not have free healthcare, that is totally foolishness. Finland, their tax to GDP is among the highest in the world, and so you get free education there. Once you're a citizen, you get free education, you get free healthcare in Finland because of the levels of taxes. Jamaica is one of the highest in North America when it comes to tax to GDP, and we have a so-called free healthcare plan and a so-called free education plan. The free healthcare we have, we don't have scans, diagnostic machines across the health sector. The health sectors are in deplorable condition, right? And the truth of the matter is, the reason, one of the fundamental reasons why the health sector is so deplorable is because we're not funding healthcare properly in this country. Health, though we want it to be free, just cannot be free in the way how it is being dealt with. We need some taxes have to go be dead here to help to make health system free in this country, because free healthcare not working at all, and it is an injustice to say free when we can't even look after the people. When you look at the St. Anne's Bay Hospital, the pictures that are coming from the hospital where linens 1 month and had not washed, and we're hearing reports for 4 different health centers because the 4 different health center machine then broke down, and so the other health center for pick up the buck right there. So there is a stress in the health sector across the board, and if we're going to say that it is not so, it is a lie. It is a lie. We know that theaters are done, operating theaters are done. People are even for doing basic surgeries are being put off for 1 year and odd. People wait them for the surgery. The doctors are telling you to go and buy the needles to come and do the surgery. This is not something we are make up. This is a fact in Jamaica public health system. The education sector itself also need more resources. And this is a report that we continue to see, because as you can see with the premical situation, that is where 70% of the kids couldn't read and write properly. We're going to continue to see this because money needs to be invested in human development. When we talk about human development, we're talking about healthcare and we're talking about health education, right? The process spent 900 billion to improve hospital this year. Oh my, 900 billion, but the budget at 1.2 trillion dollars. So if you spend 900 billion,
Wrap up now, Jordan. Wrap up now.
Stupidness, right? When we start to stifle off money and give our friend them contract, this is also helping the system to come to a collapse. And we can see it across every contract with the government. You have some nepotistic behavior and some friend business behavior. And we see it all over, all with the rural bus system thing, friend business day and night, cronyism day and night.
Jordan. All right, Jordan, come back next time you come back. All right. Excellence, then caution. Excellence.
Let caution go first, and I'll come after.
Man, I'm me, I'm a caution, I'm me.
No, man. Wait, man. Put
the thing in harder, no, man.
Then I said okay, listen, man. Excellent. Excellent talk, need them caution. Just calm down. Okay, let's do the thing properly, man. Okay, listen, man. Excellent caution, footer, you go right through the corner. I say it go. School, no, man.
No, brother.
When that jump from 1 to 8.
Wait.
Come on, comrades,
Stop the fighting, man.
Comrades,
Stop the fighting, man.
Look where you're watching. He's the engineer. This is my job to do. Alright, okay, if you are gonna do, you're gonna do it in online. Because I do something right now too. So sometimes we have to just go and make the thing run as big people. So we're gonna come right round, so no interruption. So as them say, excellent caution, you footer, you Jordan, then the engineer, and then to you, Richard. Anybody come back in at the middle, we shoot it to them.
Wait, Daniel, later go. Excellent me, the engineer, then go up. Alright.
Alright. We are running. Watch this now. No interrupt. This on the right road.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to tell you, moderator, follow what we just talked about and put on his time.
Yeah. O'Keefe time.
All right. Yeah, the engineer, you see, when you come on a platform, you need to get your facts and stop coming on the platform with lies. You understand? When you come on to free health, let me tell you how the free health started. The free health started 2006 in Sister P's budget presentation, and please Google it for yourself. When she freed the health for the elderly and the children, Sister P started it. Bruce Golding came in and Bruce Golding did the overall free health for everybody. But Sister P started the free health for children and the elderly. And when you were debating, I remember when Diane Jackson Miller asked her, Mrs. Simpson Miller, where do you get the money from? And she said she asked her finance minister, and the finance minister found some money. Right? That's people start to say, oh, they lost their money, and a Sister P find their money. So please, don't come on the platform with your lies. These labor rights, make a cut. Jamaicans, let me tell you something. We're going to work on education. When Mark Jefferson Golden become the Prime Minister, Damian Crawford as the Minister of Education, we're going to rebuild our education system. And anywhere the money come from, we are going to find it. Anywhere the money comes from, we're going to find it. What we're going to do, if you for the high school system, if you cannot go get a 50 average for grade 8, you will remain in grade 7. We're going to put you in a remedial system. We're going to take away the science and the social studies and the RE and all of these things from your curriculum. We're going to focus on literacy and numeracy. You must. And then whenever you matriculate, we promote you to the next grade. And it'll go for 8, same thing. For 9, same thing. You cannot go to 10th grade to start the 6th syllabus without you can read properly. Right? We need the space. We have some junior high school that this administration closed down. We are going to use them up because the spaces are there. We are going to use them up. Without education, no economic growth. And that's why so many dunce people are around. That's one typing that government give $900 billion to health when the budget is must say a trillion again. You understand? Too much. The Jamaica Labour Party don't believe in education, and that's why they have so much dunce vloggers like Punku, sons of Punku, where him name come to say every school get 500 million. Telling how the school system runs. One student get 18,000. Student get.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
Put on. All right. Put OS. Admin. Put on the footer time now. Yeah. Footer. Your time. Cosmo.
So, might already. I'm going to stick on that we need to just fix our economy because our economy is not going in the right direction, right? And this is something there. The Jamaica Labour Party would jump on their bus and they talk about what they're doing to the dollar is stable, and we all know that is false information, right? When you're going to brag. When the Jamaican Labour Party have something brag is that when they came into power, the dollar was 121 to 1. If they had bring it to 60 to 1, then you could have bragged. But what you did the same thing. You made the dollar run because what happened? You did not contribute anything to match the demand of the US dollar. You did not create any industry that is going to create employment, that is going to create manufacturing, that is going to create the turnover of the US dollar coming into the country that we will supply the demand. And next thing that is something, you know, is that the the government make a push to pay down on the debt, right, of the country. And they pay more than what they were supposed to pay, which in turn, you know, it pushed the demand for the US dollar and drive up the US dollar more, right? Because what happened, it simply means that they needed more money to pay down the debt, right? So the demand for the US dollar was up and it helped to push up the price. But what happened, they are now doing a suppression, the same thing that the Siaga government did in the 80s. They did a suppression of the dollar and they're trying to put this fake value on the dollar. The IMF report came out last week and the IMF said that they need to stop because they pump, last year alone, they pumped 400 million US dollars. Nearly $500 million US dollar they pump in the US market to try to hold the dollar at where it is, and it's not working. Those type of mechanism not working. So what happened now? Where it still end up now where the dollar is at an estimate by the IMF is at 200 to 1. So any day the dollar let go, it's going to cause an economic crisis, just like what is going on. Because right now, because of the fake value, it is driving up the interest rate and enough of the market out there. Because the demand for the US dollar and the interest rate on it now fluctuate the right and proper way. Right, so this is what we need to do. We need a government that is going to come in and fix our economy. And once we fix our economy, then we can fix every other aspect of life in Jamaica. And that is what Mark Golden pushed, that he's going to fix the economy. He even, when they come on with the share ride, wrap up. Even when he came up with the share ride with the 20,000 students, he told us that when he fixed the economy, then he would put more on it. So it's clear that he have a vision to fix the economy, and that is where we need to start. We need to fix our economy.
All right, thanks. Caution, you're 3 minutes now, caution. Oh, put the 3 minutes on caution. Put the 3 minutes on caution.
No, remember, so we are doing a line, you know, so since
I'm going to say that, yeah, man, me continue, man. You're right, man. No, man, caution. The bridge now come last, caution. Yeah, caution. Put it on caution. Your turn, caution. Around there. Mute, mute, Daniel, mute.
All right, so, yeah, me hear the engineer talk about this cancer something, but the engineer, I have to remember, say, more people diagnosed with cancer now than back then, so that is the reason why the government literally had to just increase. Why by them increase? Make it sound like we have less cancer patients now. You always come with some small topics and expect to get some big results when you really understand how to do that. You understand? And for the mere fact that we talk about the generic and the something there. And
Kasha, you're low, Kasha, you're low. You're low.
Look more.
No, we have to say you're low. You cannot pass higher, you're lower.
Later.
Okay, all right. Okay, you're low. Excellence. Excellence. All right, put it on the person name Nathaniel. That's your name?
You, Richard?
Yeah, your time.
Am I time now?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, man. You see, when you look at somebody like Jordan, I thank you for coming in the discussion, because you actually understand how the thing works. And you know that 90% of the medication offered by NHF are generic. And you know that 90% of the medication written by doctors in the private sector are brand medications. And you know the difference between the brand and the generic, and you know the difference in operation in terms of pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, bioavailability, right? So when the engineer come up here, I use him Backroad Montego Bay brain to try and have a discussion. I won't listen to him. I won't even take into account what he's saying. And everybody who takes medication, anybody who can afford the brand medication versus generic will take the brand. Even the taste of the medication differs. And the way the medication is even, what should I say? Just there's a significant difference between a brand medication and a generic. And what I said was, more people are having to get generic medication, which are not as effective most times as the brand because of inability to ingredient. But there are many other differences from taste right down to the way of dissolution, or it dissolves in the body. And even the release mechanism. So perhaps the engineer don't know. You have some medication which are called sustained release. You have some which are called immediate release. He would not understand that because it's not his fault why I wouldn't understand that. Generic medication don't come in with those form of mechanisms of release, so they are released in the body. But let's go to the more substantive issue because the engineer's opinion don't move a needle for me. You see, we all know about the failures in the healthcare system. Anybody who go around and look at the healthcare system know about the failures, seen the failures. And the office government over the last 9 years. And we don't have to debate that. So the engineer, and for those labor right compatriots of yours who are down there slandering me, it is okay. You guys don't move my needle because you guys won't stop me getting pay. Come. Your opinions are not really valid to me. But I'm just saying this to say, and I will stick by my discussion and my position. 90% of doctors will write you brand medication. There's a significant reason why brand medication costs 3 or 4 times the cost of the generic medication. They are more effective most times, even though they have the same active ingredient. Why do people buy BMW, which is a car, and you can buy a Toyota Corolla? Big difference. Toyota Corolla are generics, BMWs are the brands. And that is where I leave that discussion, the engineer. You don't understand that because you don't understand the levels to which the discussion has taken place. Because guess what, the engineer? The eagle has soared higher, so the vulture will fall off. And that is where I leave it.
No, your time, man. Listen, me talk for you. Natty Akan. What do you mean by Natty Akan time? Natty Akan? I look like him no 7 bucks. Put it on my time now.
No, big man. That's not how this works.
Hey, listen to me, man. Just shut your mouth.
Shut your
mouth and make you run it around and meet up before your brother. Stop in and come down the line. Natty can take put it on my time now, pause. Put my 3-minute admin. Yes, thanks. Yeah. I'm going to start from where I did end up. Because I did ask you a question, so I ask you again. I'll come back and scratch you to the answer. You and enough labor to the PNP are the tax government. The PNP only put on tax for the people, and the PNP put on tax for the people. Yes? Me ask you again. In the last 9 years, we want to say this is the best economy and all of these improvements. I want to tell you when you come behind me now, you tell me what the JLP, what kind of institution like NHF.
Big man, fix up your talk. Me not come behind you. Fix up your talk. Me not come behind you. Fix up all your talk. Me not come behind you. Fix up your talk, man. Fix up all your talk, man. This.
Mr. I ask a question, you know. So you done? You
can't ask anything. Fix up all your talk. Me not come behind you. Stop them foolishness upon the line.
So you finished now? Okay.
All right, stop to repeat those words. Moving forward.
All right, cute. All right, yeah. So me got So me want them tell me what kind of tax the government put in, because since the PMP want them this up cruel and the PMP tax, tell me which one them where them take out and what them put in to make it better. What them do to reform the tax system to make it better. Yes, how much tax them cut out, much tax them put in. All of them can't put in because they say no new tax. All right, so when they go everything we are in the government like TEF, Intech Fund, Jokes of the Elderly Program, NHF, all of these things. All of these things they put in, the NHE, we have financing budget, they tax them, they reform a tax where the PMP put in the 4 year them run, we want to cost every day, so we put in 49 billion worth of tax package and we put in all these tax. When you tell we, if we still collect the gas tax, the edge tax, if we start collecting, and if we still collect, we want to do with the money, if money go to, and these things more ask you. Just them things more you come in, please. We want to take the argument further now. What the government do for you improve the economy? What them put in, when they implement, what them install, for you get money, for say they no borrow no money. Them collect the most tax, they no borrow no money. And the PMP is a wicked party who put in all of these tax, which are them resend, which are them collect from, and which are them put in that the country is where it is today. What them put, the measure them put in to make the debt to GDP reach, they make them put in to make the tax everything. Just tell you that. More I do it in our nutshell. Explain to we what the government put in now to make what they know today. All of the things, because that tax run country. So we want to know what the government put in, what them do to improve the tax collection. Because all of the tax what them are collecting, they reform a tax, and all these things were put in 2013, 2015. So more just explain to me, please. Please, Anton.
Richards, I guess it's this time. Go the engineer. You're on the chief.
Okay. Let me start by telling, there's a feedback. Thanks. Let me start by telling people like excellence. So when me talk, I don't talk out of my head, I talk facts. There is a report, you can go and find it. It's by the Pan American Health Organization and the World Health Organization. It's a country cooperation report. And in a section of that report, from 2012 to 2010 to 2015, in a section of that report, I'll read from the executive summary. In 2008, the government of Jamaica, the government took the decision to remove user fees in the health sector, resulting in significant increase in the demand for health services. Now you can go through and read the rest of that report. You and O'Keefe. Because it look like so, I don't know if you read. I not come here and talk what I feel. I talk from what the facts are. Since they implemented free health care in all categories, including children and the elderly, more people started to access health care in Jamaica. That's one of the biggest game changers that we have ever had in health care in Jamaica.
Sure, you know, say.
Put that down, sit down, that 1 minute. Secondly, I don't need to argue with a man about what a generic drug is. The reason why brand name drugs are more expensive than the generic has nothing to do with the efficacy of the drug. It has to do with the fact that the companies who made it are recovering the investment that they made in research and development.
So why you
are an idiot. You are an idiot to come here telling
excellence.
Hey, why are you talking? Why are you talking in my slot? Why are you talking in my slot? Why are you talking in my slot? I was quiet. Why are you talking in my slot? Host, make sure I get back my time. You're an idiot to try to come and tell grown people that nitrogen and calcium and boron react differently once is a certain company make it versus an ex-company make. I'm going to repeat. Once you lose the patent from the company, you lose the sole right to use the technology and the research. And everybody else jump in and use it, which is why we end up with generic drugs. Okay? It has the same effectiveness as a brand name drug, and stop comparing generic drug like a generic drug is a Lada and a brand name drug is a Porsche. Stupid. Let me go across now to Hugh Richards. Hugh Richards, GLP has approached the economy with two fundamental things. Number one, it has decided to move from taxing people's income Zin, to taxing sales. So they moved to an indirect taxing. But bigger than that, they have moved to a system where they say rather than trying to just tax the hell out of people, they are going to grow the economy and expand the pie so that they can collect more taxes. So we'll stick to taxing you at X%. We're not going to increase it like the PNP. Why are you talking during my time?
Come now still. The time come.
No. Look who the talk over the host. Let me listen to the host.
No,
this is the man I'm wicked.
Nobody has more time.
Host, this is the man I'm wicked. This is the man who routinely talk over time.
All right, continue.
Zin. So, but this government has decided to stick to the same rate in how it has taxed you, and it has been able to extract more taxes because the economy has grown more under the JLP than under the labor than under the PNP. That's a fact. Because they have done that, they're able to raise the tax threshold. They were able to give back tax rebates. They were able to have more highway projects this time around. Increase agriculture by 40%. Increases in tourism. Hey, let me don't talk. Why are you talking during my slot?
Nobody not talking. That's
increase tourism. But bigger than that, over the last 3 to 4 years, the money spent on capital expenses from both central government and also from the public bodies has increased by $30 billion. Those are what the facts are. They had a little joke thing called the road maintenance fund, where they had to take the money from. The JLP putting more money in the maintenance of road than UNO. Ain't right, so I'm learning now.
All right, Jordan.
All right.
Jordan.
Yeah, man, I say about they have been able to spend more with capital expenditure. That is not true. For the last 9 years, this government has not been able to spend.
Central government and public bodies. You're talking only about central government.
I never say nothing in your argument.
No, but so what me say, you're misquoting me. I said central government and public bodies.
Allow people to talk, DJ.
He is misquoting me. He is misquoting me.
You mute your mic and say when nobody never disrupt you, brother. Mute your mic. I'll give back the man in time.
As I said, I hear a man say about capital expenditure for the last
government and public bodies.
In the name of Jesus, for the last 9 years of this government is unable to spend the capital budget every single budget year since them coming, right? When a man has said them spend
Hey, Daniel mute. Yeah,
when a man has said them spend more upon highway, all of these highway projects that the government is doing, excluding the Montego Bay bypass business, were projects that the People's National Party negotiated the money for and were going to commit to. Do. When I say that, remember it was about Siago who fought against the highway project. A man must always remember that, right? And I'm not going to get into the generic and the brand thing, because the brand is more stronger than the generic. Now getting an argument with the man, because everybody knows that the generic a bit weaker than the brand. That's why it is a brand versus generic. It's just that people body react differently to different drugs. Some people prefer the generic, some prefer the brand, right? Well, and as Excellence say, 90% of the prescription coming from private doctors are brand drugs. They're not, generic. A brand them a tell if you go. And there's a reason why they tell it to. And that's why the drugs them from the private is more expensive. When you go to fill your prescription from a private doctor, it is always more expensive. right? When they talk about economics, we know in a bandulis and a voodoo numbers where this government have present. Just yesterday alone, we hear say inflation. Imagine, the America inflation arise right now, right? All over the world, China inflation arise. All over the world, inflation is going up. And Jamaica inflation just dropped 2% because what? Starting has changed the way and the formatting how they do their calculation. In the midst of doing things where them are do for years, them just decide, so look here, we're going to change this way. We're going to change how we're going to do this thing and do how we calculate. And so this is what we're getting from the government. The voodoo number. You can't even trust the agencies them when they do them thing anymore because what? The numbers are lies. They don't reflect the truth. And the Jamaican people know where they feel. They don't know where they might come out and tell you. You imagine now, a country has an unemployment rate, the lowest them say, 3.5% or 3.2%. I don't remember where the Prime Minister come out and say yesterday. Can you imagine? We're almost to full employment and we can't get 2% economic expansion on a quarter or in a year. We can't get 2%. America will have a low unemployment rate of 4.something%. Barbados will have an unemployment rate of 7.9%, have greater economic expansion than Jamaica. And we will have lower than them. We don't have that form of economic expansion. Me not believe them fraud business and them fraud number here and them fraud report here where the JLP bill up, right? And another thing too, we're seeing too much politicization of the agency of the state them. So them can't do no work because what? The government has chosen to politicize these agencies. And you have political heads. Dr. Wayne Henry is a political head. All of them, you see them at work for the agents. Politics. Politics. That is what is going on. Gamemanship when the reality is not true. You go tell me, say, the price of gas has gone down in the inflation. When they calculate the inflation thing, the price of water, the rent, in the inflation calculation, the price of rent has gone down. No. Stupidness. I rest my point on that.
O'Keefe, your turn, O'Keefe. Set O'Keefe time. Set O'Keefe.
Yeah, man. Let me tell the engineer this.
O'Keefe, you don't do better. Just stop adjusting now, man. Just make it put the point across. But not adjusting, man, please. Just put the point across, O'Keefe, please.
I went to my doctor and he prescribed the original drugs for me. And when I went to the pharmacy had the generative one. And I said to what's the difference? The pharmacy tell me the truth, say, the original one, a little more stamina. Anyway, I buy it. But him say, generic, it can work. The generic one can work, all right? Me go buy it. Lord Jesus, me flat me. Go back again and I buy the genuine one. I have to say genuine one really was the one that I need. So nobody me have experience with it and no. All right? Let us move on. This government is a con government. Starting is a political body that the government has. Because as Jordan said, inflation climbing in US, which have one of the strongest economy in the world. And inflation are climbing in the US. And Jamaica, inflation dropped by 2%. Why do you think they want Jamaica people? That's why they don't want to educate the nation, Because we who are educated, they cannot come to us with those foolishness. It's just some little dunce laborite vloggers now run with these nonsense to come on platform with this foolishness when we don't have an economy that is growing. And some of them is just wicked and lie. They are liars and they are being paid. They have been paid to tell these lies. Because I don't know if me could have go on platform with the back and tell lie for political party. Telling lie for political party. Jamaica economy is not growing. How can you have a growing economy and you can't pay your public sector workers? You're going to offer your public sector 7.5 and 0% first year, and you have a grown economy. And you're allowing your teachers and your nurses to leave the short so regular because you can't pay them. Teachers getting under $1,500 per month, and when you come to the US, you are getting 5,000, 6,000, depends on your years of experience and depends on the state that you are in. I am in the US and I can save $1,500 religiously every month. Since me at the US, me bill, me back, me wall, me cure up my wall, me brick tile out the front of my place. Me a lick out my bathroom now if you carry it out little more. Me can't do it in Jamaica because the government not pay me. So me have to run. So how can the economy growing? And Jamaica have the biggest brain drain in the Caribbean. Brain drain. We can check a list. Over 2,000 teachers leaving the system this September coming again.
All right, now okay. Yeah, see that in next row. Put the time on footer now.
All right, so for the past 9.5 years, right, this government don't have anything to really show what they're talking about. They're about economy, right? For the past 9.5 years, we see the runaway in the prices of goods in the country, right? And we don't see anything that is going to happen that is going to bring down back the price in it, right? The price is steady going up and everything. So it's clear sign that the economy, nothing is going to happen with our economy. Inflation is a thing that's driven by the price of goods and service, right? And the US dollar has not depreciated. The US currency to Jamaica has not depreciated. Since this government came into power, it is nothing but increase. So with that, inflation is still going to always be high on us, right? Because we are not producing stuff to gain some of the US currency. So we are going to always be out there, run up and down and try to find US currency to buy goods. So the economy in Jamaica for the past 9.5 years has not been the government has not doing anything for, right? The government benefit from the inflation of the country because this government is set its eyes on collecting just tax, right? So when the inflation go up and the price of goods go up, it simply means that the government will get more tax from you. For instance, say if you're driving a motor car and 2015 you're buying a tire, a 15 tire for $5,000. The government get 15% interest from that, right? So they get 15% of the $5,000, right? When that tire price move now to $15,000 for the same tire, right? The government is getting 200% increase on the amount of tax that they are collecting from the one tire, right? And that's a fact, right? It is something. So that's where the government set them focus. Them not do anything to benefit the economy. We're talking about economy and we're talking about a low job rate, unemployment rate, right? But as Jordan said, we're talking about low unemployment rate. But at the same time, you don't see it manifesting itself in the rise of something of the economy. You see where the economy is still a stagnant economy, right? -0.08%. So we listen, people. We need to wake up and we are got shop, and we are got wholesale, and we are got supermarket, and we are going to market, and we are spend our money, and we are see that right now it is costing us more to live in our country. So no matter what, nobody come, and no matter what pretty number, nobody try for something. Numbers are easily to be manipulated, right? But at the same time, right, what you are seeing is your blatant reality of what is going on in the country. And that is what we need to look at. That's what we need to address, right? We are in a country, a stagnant development, and we need to get out of it. And this government is not going to take us out of it, because this government is the one that's been there for 9.5 years, and they have not shown no sign of improvement towards the people of Jamaica life. And this is where we need to look at. We don't need no more promises. We don't need to hear that, oh, you're going to fix it next time. You got the chance and you did not do it, so now it's time for you to go. We need to try somebody else, because we need our life to be fixed. And I rest right there.
All right. Put the time on Seabreeze. Seabreeze.
All right, before we go to Seabreeze, let me say something. You don't think that our country needs factories where we are use our resources to suit ourselves? The country needs some factories.
Yes, we do. Yes,
all of these manufacturing factories are private sector. Yeah, the country itself needs its factories.
Yeah, but we
need a lot of changes.
But
all right, go ahead.
Daniel.
Hold on,
Daniel.
We have to deal with our electricity problem. We have to settle that first.
Yeah.
And security issue, our security issue. So what about things have to go through? Now working
yeah, because me never believe in people from France and Europe come and own our electricity. You get me? I don't believe in
that. Jamaica don't invest. Jamaica put the money for government paper. Anyway.
Well, as far as they say, Jamaica come home, you know, and everything with them save, brother, yeah, they can come. So that's going to go on. We need back all the airport. We need to see here Jamaica flying at the air. No CARICOM come tell me about a CARICOM airline. Jamaica airline should be one of the biggest airlines in the Caribbean.
Daniel, I got to say about the airport. Daniel, by the way, the government is looking to sell the future revenues again at Sangsters this time.
Yeah,
so look out for them money they are coming.
All right, Jordan. What is time for your answer?
All right,
Seabreeze. All right, Seabreeze are there. All right, excellent.